Hi guys, so I'm sorry I've been missing for a couple of weeks. I've been on the lounge with my foot up and my hands in a brace, but yeah, I've taken it off. I've snuck out to the craft room because I'm so bored sitting on the TV. Anyway, I thought I would just quickly show how to do a really easy collage where you don't have a lot of different papers. So I've been talking to a few people and that watched my scrap collage tags and folder. I'll put the link to that down in the comments box if you missed it. But all it was I just collaged a whole bunch of tags using all these itty bitty stupid little scraps that's in my crap box. And if you've been with my channel a while, you know my crap box and you've seen it grow. Actually, it just keeps on growing. It doesn't matter how much I use out of it, just as much goes back in. Anyway, but I made some collage tags out of all the little itty bitty scraps. Pick it up, glue it down. Belly band. This is food packaging cardboard. So you can see all the little bits. These aren't the ones I made on camera before, but these are some that I've done while I've been laid up on the lounge, sitting there with my foot in the air. This is just an envelope. I actually used an old security envelope that had been used. See, it's just all little bits stuck down. That's all it is. But a few people have mentioned that they don't have the variety of different papers and stuff. To do collages. So you can see this is some children's books, some map, music. This was some tie-dye paper. This is actually off the first page of a dictionary. I don't even know what's on there. Anyway, this one's a little coin envelope I made, and this is a used security envelope as well. But I just think they come out really cute. This butterfly is actually off a cardboard box, like you know, an actual cardboard wine box. I always cut the wine boxes up that I get from a local supermarket. They have a whole pile of empty ones out the front, and that's what I ship my flat when I ship, you know, papers and stuff, so they don't get bent. I always put a piece of cardboard in the plastic sleeve. Anyway, sometimes I just, if it's got pretty little pictures on the offcuts of the cardboard, I just pull the top layer off and I just use the little pictures in my collages. Well, usually I just throw them into my crap box and then eventually I'll use them somewhere. Anyway, but a few people mentioned they don't have all the variety of papers that are in my crap box. So I thought I would show you some really super easy little ones where you don't need a whole, you know, variety of papers. These are some little circle ones that I did this morning. Again, just scraps out of my scrap box. Rayleigh, you may recognize this. This was your little thank you letter that was in my order just recently. And whenever like there's handwriting, I always keep that as well. Because I think handwriting looks nice on collages. So I'll just cover the name, but you know, when you get letters, just rip off the writing, and you don't have to show the whole name and address, because when you rip off little pieces, I mean, you don't know who it's to or from or what it says. It's just the effect that's nice. Anyway, so I thought I'll just quickly do some ones like this. Now this, you don't need a whole variety of different papers. All this is this was actually coffee dyed book page, security envelope, book page. This was actually some scrapbook paper from, I don't even know where, but you know, I don't really use scrapbook paper. I use it here and there for little things, but I don't actually go and buy it unless I find it at an op shop. That may have been an op shop one, I don't know. So a bit of scrapbook paper, but you don't have to use scrapbook paper if you don't have it. You can use wrapping paper or a gift bag or whatever. Magazine, book page. Actually, all this tag is book page, some coffee-dyed book page, security envelope, bit of scrap paper, and a magazine. And then all I've done to pretty it up a little, I just stuck a little piece of scrap fabric on there. And that was kind of an afterthought because on my desk I've always got little scraps of fabric piles everywhere. So I kind of use fabric scraps for everything. So I've always got these little scraps everywhere that I just sit on my, after a project, I like push it aside and I think, oh, I'll use that. But then they kind of grow and multiply. And yeah, before you know it, you've got a box of them. So this little piece of fabric, it was so pretty. Isn't it gorgeous? It's vintage fabric. Really beautiful. I found this, I think it's at some farmer's market sometime. Actually, I got it from that lady that I bought that Victoria Stripe fabric, you may remember, a while back. And another time I bought some lace off her as well. I think it came from her, but isn't it beautiful? It's so, so gorgeous. Anyway, I've been using some of that and I've got some little scraps. So just put a piece there and there. So if you've got book pages, some old envelopes, magazine and a scrap of fabric, you can make these. And I think they turn out super cute. They're very easy. And I know a lot of people say they have problem with placement as well. I try not to think about placement when I collage. Pick it up, put it down. If you start thinking about placement, it just takes forever and then you're never satisfied. But these ones, you won't need to think about placement because they're actually just torn strips. And I think the torn strips look really, really nice. So, I mean, you don't need to be shown how to do this, but for the sake of Sue, you asked me to. So I shall do one for you. Okay, so, you know, I just use food packaging cardboard because I like to recycle. And I'll just chop this little guy up. And I've just been using my rotary cutter. Now, this little piece I will put into my recycle bin. Surprise, surprise. I don't keep every little thing. Okay, I kind of do, but I'm trying not to. Previously, that would have gone in my little box for making handmade paper. But I don't have a blender at the moment. Well, I do. I have to grab it at my dad's. I keep forgetting it. Anyway, I was getting rid of this end bit as well, because that's where the cans... These are energy drinks. I know. I have an addiction to these. I must have one every day. I've got to kick that habit. But this is where the can stands upright. And I don't know if you can see on camera, but you can kind of see the circle imprint from the can. And I was putting this in the recycle bin, but then this morning I thought, oh, I can just cut those little circles out. And that's where these little guys came from. As you can see, even if there's a circle mark, I clearly cannot cut a circle to save my life. They're wonky, but I think they're so cute. I don't know, the little circles, I just love them. I just think they're so cute and little and good to put in journals. And then I've just used bits of scrap fabric and string that was just laying around my desk. Anyway, let me chuck that up there. So I try to use everything if I can, but look, when I used to make my own handmade paper, I was 10 times worse at keeping scraps of paper and cardboard than I am now. I killed my blender, maybe a couple of years ago now. I was making some with leaves, dried leaves and dried grass and some little twigs, and they were turning out really nice, but then I got a bit carried away and the twigs I put in were a bit too big and it killed my blender. But my dad has one he doesn't use, so I just need to remember to bring it over. Okay, I'm just going to sit down. I hope you can hear okay because you're quite high up. Okay, so this will just be my little tag. Cut it whatever size you like, and then I just peel the top layer off. Now you don't have to peel this off, but because it's shiny, it's hard to stick stuff to it. Some people sand it, but I don't know, or you can gesso it, but I just find it easier. Just rip that baby off. Now, I was putting this bit into the recycle bin as well until a week ago. I thought this is actually really nice and sturdy. So now I've been, it's such a bad recycling obsession I have, honestly. It's ridiculous. I just can't throw anything away now. So now I've been making little envelopes with this top bit that I pull off. So what I've been doing is putting the shiny bit on the inside, and I've cut a notch with my circle punch, you know, just half a circle, and I just cut the sharp corners off because I don't like it. And then I've just been sewing the edges, sewing around it. And then you can decorate the little envelope however you like. Anyway, they turn out really cute. I don't have any that are completed now because I've shoved some in Happy Mails and that, but they turn out really cute. So now, yeah, save that as well. More junk to save. Okay, so then I just collage on the side that you ripped off because that's, you know, a bit fluffy because of the fibers now have pulled up. And then the smooth side, I actually leave that side for the journaling side because I quite like the brown brown cardboard. But if you don't like it, once you finish your tag, you can just back it with some coffee dyed paper or notepad paper or something, or do some lines or whatever. You can cut this to size, round the corners, punch a hole, or sew a tab, you know, a little scrap of fabric up the top, stitch on it, sew around the edges. You know, actually this would look nice with some red now that I put it on because of the red in there. But you know what I mean. Like, this is just your blank canvas. Do whatever with it once it's finished. Anyway, so get on with it, you're saying. What's the time? I don't want my camera to cut off. I'm too blind to even see. Okay. So I'm just using a glue stick. Oh, let me put down some paper. I don't know why I need to put paper down because this cutting mat is so old and manky. Okay. Now I've got some little scraps here that were from when I just started before, and all it is some book page, security envelopes. Anyway, I'll show you as I go. This is just a bit of coffee dyed book page, and I think I'm going to just use this side. glue stick's a bit dry. I left the lid off it before. I'm just putting this bit at the top because it's got a flat edge on it. I'm too far away. I feel like I got little T-Rex arms. I can't see. Okay. I just go over the edge, just trim it at the end. This was just an envelope that I had coffee dyed for something. I can't remember what, but I've just been using this bit in collaging. I'll get rid of that bit because I liked all the coffee dyed effect. See, this piece will go back in my box. It actually hurts to rip papers with my stupid hand. Okay, so I just basically have been ripping strips up and gluing them down. That's it. So easy, Sue, even you can do it. Actually, some of you Aussie girls may know Sue Freeman. She's actually a wonderful crafter, very talented, but she pretends she can't collage, but we all know she can. This was some coffee dye book page. It's in another language, I don't know. I don't know if it's Russian or something. Actually, this one I've made a bit thick. So what I do, I just put a few thicker layers down and then I put some thinner layers on either side. Just overlapping. Oops. Okay, so this is security envelope. I just liked, it's got a grey pattern in it. But now I've got the minky edge there I want to get rid of. I've actually got a little ruler upstairs. It's a kitty ruler that I just snapped along the edges with some pliers to make it, you know, a bumpy pattern. And I use that to rip, but I still haven't brought everything down from my old craft room, which is actually really annoying me because I keep looking for stuff and things are still boxed up or still in my old room. I need to get everything down. So this is probably really boring for a lot of you, watching me just glue. Okay, now I've also I like to put some blue in there. See, this blue is from this envelope. It's got a really nice pale blue in there. Actually, a lot of the security envelopes have really nice patterns if you just keep them. And I also coffee dye some because they come up really nice coffee dyed. Where's that little green piece I had here? Let's put this little guy in as well. Where do I want him? Down there. I don't like, see how if you tear it upwards, you always get that white underlayer showing. I don't like that little white layer showing. These book pages were, I was punching some scallop squares out to make little embellishments. And then these pages were so yellowed. I've been still using the little scraps. I know, it's so sad. I wish I would stop keeping every scrap, honestly. It drives myself, like I drive myself crazy doing that. My little scrap box, it's so full that it's hard to even use anything out of it, because when you rummage around, everything falls out. Okay, I want to put some pink in there. Like this one, I had a little bit of pink, and that was from, this is another thing I do. When I have like magazines, sometimes there's pages that, you know, like this page, what are you going to do with that? You know, it's got no pretty pictures to cut out or whatever. But if there's a nice colour on there, I will throw it in my scrap box to use for something. So this one I must have needed a piece of green for I don't know what. But I did like that pink. See how it's kind of patchy, pink and white. And I do like this green. But I don't have much pink left. I may just use a piece of this. Oh, I can't rip with my left hand because of my thumb. Yeah, so I've had to sit on the lounge watching TV. Actually, I think in the first part of the video I said sit on the TV. Sit on the lounge, not on the TV. I've had to just sit on the TV with my foot up and my hand in a brace. And I'm so bored. Like, so bored. I can't even collage without taking my brace off. And I don't know if anyone knows Andrea. She's a fairly new channel, but a few of you Aussie girls will. But I'll leave the link to her channel down below. Go check her out. Really talented lady. But Andrea, she had her arm in a sling, and she was still managing to craft. And Andrea, I'm so impressed, because honestly, I cannot do a thing one-handed. Do I want some green? Yeah, let's put some green in. Yeah, I just can't do anything left-handed. It's like really annoying me. Sorry, not left-handed. I can't do anything without my left hand. Okay, by the way, when you do these, just cut up a whole bunch of strips first and then glue them down. Don't go gluing one by one like me. That's why it takes forever. Actually, I don't want him there. I want him there. No, I don't. Maybe there. Yeah, usually if you just rip up a whole bunch of strips, it doesn't take as long. What else do I want? Some more of this. And if you use some different book pages where the colour is a little different, then they stand out as separate strips, if you know what I mean. These are long strips where you cut off the edge of a page. These if you're going to use these on these, just put them down first so that you can put your torn strip on either side. Otherwise you've got a flat strip, if you know what I mean. I should have put that down first. I'm going to put a strip of fabric down there actually. I need some book page there. See, I know this sounds stupid, but I'm actually out of regular book page in my scrap box. So I'm just going to grab one from here. Oh, actually, am I? No, I'm not. I do have this, but I've been using the stamp side for collages, but you're probably wondering, why is she putting that back in there? Where do I want this guy? There. But yeah, you can use any strips on these. Like, they turn out really cute. But I'm just doing envelopes, magazine page, and book page. Oh, and that little piece of scrapbook paper. Just so that I can show you don't need a lot of different pages. Just use whatever you've got at home. This text, it's got a grey background, so I'm going to use a piece of that just because it's different. Actually, maybe I'll put some of that back in there. See, this one, I did rip it, but it's too straight for my liking. That's okay. I might put the fabric piece there. What else? I need a plain piece. I have so many book pages to use up. I really need to do some book page projects and get rid of some book page. Well, that didn't work out very well, did it? I'll put him that way. Now I need another strip. Ooh, that side's nicer. Might stick this guy in there. It's got this flat edge. I know, I just don't like flat edges. I don't know why. Let's get rid of this. Okay. We'll pop that little guy there. That'll do. Okay. Then just snip down the sides. Ah. Oh. Oh my gosh, I've got threads everywhere. Threads and papers. Okay, then I'm going to put a little piece of material on this. What do I want as my top and bottom? That way. Okay, and I think I'm still going to use that same fabric. Look, it's just so pretty. I really love it. Oh, this piece. I keep picking that brown piece up all the time. Okay, I might use this little strippy down the bottom. Somewhere. Yep. And just for the fabric, I just used a little bit of tacky glue. And I want a larger piece up there. Wait, that bit's bugging me. Why isn't this little guy sticking? There you go. Oh, my fingers are so sticky. I'll just put him there. Where do I want him? There. Kind of want to cover that green bit. He's going there. Didn't use as much colour in this this tag as the other one, did I? That's okay. If you don't like the placement, you can always just, you know, glue bits over top, if you know what I mean. Okay, then. Trim that baby. Okay, let's get rid of that. And that's it. Isn't he cute? I feel like I need to put a little coloured strip there though. Should I? I'll see, this is now when I'm starting to fuss over it. Okay, let's see. maybe. No, we'll leave him. Okay, that's it. So collage tags with just some book page, envelope and magazine page and a little scrap of fabric. I think they turn out really cute. Okay, that's it. You'll probably see these pop up in a few journals that I'm almost finished. I need to get some videos up because I have actually finished a few things. I need to do some flip throughs, and I've got some Happy Mail to open as well. Anyway, that's it. I hope you like them. Give them a try. They're like super duper easy. And thanks for watching.